YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy BJ. So I have a rehearsal today for an unexpected gig. I'm filling in for my boy Jared, playing with YGTUT. A few videos you've seen on this channel has featured Tut as well as Jared. So my boy asked me to fill in. So about to go to rehearsal, see how this goes. Like I said, last minute, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I'm gonna get some footage from rehearsal, show you guys that, and then possibly as well the gig tomorrow. So like I said, looking forward to it. I will check back in with you guys, but yeah.
YouTube, what is up, man? It's your boy BJ coming back to you guys. It has been a minute. This rehearsal actually happened over a month ago. Crazy to say. It was on March the 17th, as you guys saw on the date. But pulled up to my dog Ryan house. Ryan served as the MD as well as the keyboard player. And then I had my homie Dakari on bass. You can see him walking in and setting up. So we have rehearsal at his crib. I'm going to show you guys some footage real quick. And pretty much as soon as we started rehearsing, right on cue, my dog Tut walked in. And so I'm going to show some footage of that. So yeah, like I said, literally right on cue. So we pretty much ran the entire set list, I think front to back 2 times, and the set list was about 45 minutes, give or take. So all in all, rehearsal about 2 hours, and then we wrapped it up and just said we'll see everyone tomorrow. So you can see we're just, you know what I'm saying, dapping each other up, saying our goodbyes and just like finalizing how everything went. So overall, man, I think rehearsal went pretty good, considering I had to like jump in pretty late. Like I knew I had to do the rehearsal, but I did not know I was gonna be filling in for the gig. I found it out the day of. So yeah.
All right, YouTube. So that was pretty much sound check / rehearsal, because we won't really have time to do anything but plug and play tomorrow. So I'm gonna go back over, study how everything sounded and all that good stuff, and just get ready for tomorrow. But I will check back in once I guess get everything situated tomorrow. I like know the load time and all that good stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's going to conclude tonight. I'm going to go head back and actually start editing the video you're going to see before this, which is when I was in Nashville. So hope you guys are enjoying that video. Hope you already watched it before you're watching this one. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
BJ with the sauce.
Yo, checking back in, guys. It is freaking freezing out here. Supposed to get pretty cold, and we're playing outside, so trying to be prepared as possible. Your boy has the coat on. Of course, I'm not gonna play with the coat, but gotta have it on right now because this breeze, in the words of Michael Jackson, is blowing my mind. So yeah, I'm just quickly checking, about to hit the road and head downtown to the venue. And so I will see you guys once we make it.
All right, YouTube, so here we are at the venue. It was an outside gig, which is why I alluded to me having that coat on and leaving it on, because it ended up being freaking freezing. We ended up being the last band to go on that night. This is the band before us. They were smacking, but man, this is the little side area where we loaded into, and you can kind of see everyone else had their instruments kind of just propped up on the side stage as well. But like I said, it was freezing. However, you already know the saying, it wouldn't be a video without it being a time lapse. So here we are with the setup. Everyone was getting their stuff together. My boy Ryan was getting his talk back and talk box rig, you know what I'm saying, going in. And then Shui, which is Tut's manager / DJ, was getting his stuff set up. So it was definitely all hands on deck. The turnaround time for this was literally plug and play. Like bands were just exiting and you had to be the next band up. So fortunately, because we were the last band, I feel like that alluded us a little more time for teardown. However, getting everything set up was still kind of a rush, but all in all, it still went about as smooth as we could have hoped for transition wise. So here's the overlay of the kit. Went pretty simple, just snare, floor tom, 18-inch HXX Ozone, as well as the 20-inch Crasher Doom, and a little 8 and 10 splash that I like to use. So that was it. But enough for talking. I'm going to show you guys a few clips from the show. So here we go.
next. What's that you know? I'm on my weakest shit. You ain't gotta tell me already know that you feel me. And I hit part 2 in a new drop. Keep it coming like a dope man.
So YouTube, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the first show. Like I said, man, it was so cold, but we fought through it. It was a lot of times during the set list where we were just looking at each other like, oh my god, but we got through it. Like I said, shout out to my dog Ryan once again for killing and just holding it down. My dog Dacario bass, you can see they just all in the camera showing love. So yeah, like I said, man, shout out once again to my big bro Jared. You see I'm dapping him up. He ended up pulling up to the show and supporting, and it was just good to see my boy. So we vibed out pretty much after we played, and then Shuey ran some new tracks from Tut and just like just let him vibe out as we kind of just started our teardown process. So like I said, once again, it was super cold. I don't think I can reiterate how cold it was outside. This is easily the coldest gig I've ever played outdoors and just in general in my years of playing. So I'm just glad we got through it and didn't suffer frostbite, anything like that. So like I said, once again, shout out to my dog Jared for trusting me for this gig. It was super last minute. Originally I was going to stand in for Rehearsal, but just the week he honestly just kind of needed that opportunity to kind of just not have to worry about it. So once again, like I said, thank you big bro for trusting me, and that ended up leading into me filling in for another gig, which is going to segue into part 2 of this video. So just want to thank you guys for sticking around. I'm going to swap over to that here shortly, but this weekend was stacked. After we played this gig, I went to Nashville, did my church gig per usual, ran into my homie BJ. He came down from New York where he's currently residing, and had a mini concert series with our old school, the University of Tennessee. So they kind of did their thing that they hosted him with. So super good to see my bro. But that's gonna wrap it up for part 1 of this video. Let's go ahead and jump into part 2. Let's go.
Yo, YouTube, what's good, man? It's your boy BJ coming back to you guys with another day in the life. Today we are going up to Nashville and playing with the homie YGTUT, filling in for my brother Jared White. So thank you for trusting me, my brother. This is kind of like a 2-part video, so I'm going to split up. Well, originally it was going to be his own standalone video with the last show you guys just saw, and I was going to tag it into this one. So I already knew that I was going to have to fill in for this show. The other show that I filled in for was a surprise. However, nonetheless, I'm filling in for 2 shows. So just going to take you guys on a journey with me per usual. Get the sound check and all that stuff. I think we have to load in by 6. It's currently 1:51 here, so I should get there around 3 o'clock Nashville time because they are behind. So going to check in with you guys once I reach there, and we'll see what we're doing when we hit the city. I don't know, we may look around, go to Forks or do whatever, but ultimately looking forward to the show, and should be a good night. So yep, just checking in with you guys, and it's your boy BJ. I'll check in when I see you. Yo, so I got to Nashville, guys, and I had to run to Guitar Center because you know how you had like that feeling in the back of your head that you're just like forgetting something, you don't know what it is. Well, randomly, like I just got to the city and I was just like, did I get all my cables? And I was just thinking, I started digging through my backpack, and I actually forgot the power cable that goes to my mixer, and I need that to run my in-ears. So I'm trying to see if they had a cable. I doubt they sell it, so I'm in here just looking at mixers. This is pretty much the closest thing I can get to what I have, so that's probably what I'm going to end up snagging. So yeah, that's the situation right now. Yeah, make sure and double check before you leave the house, always. All right, guys, so quick check-in. Essentially, I was going to end up just renting a mixer in the meantime, just because it would have been kind of cheaper and more convenient. However, I think they close at like 9, and I definitely won't be back in time for like the day rental to return it. So I'm just going to end up just copping the Mackie joint. Pretty much the same thing as the Behringer that I have. They're weird because they have this little, I can't even point to it, but the back of it has a little AC whatever, and that's literally all I needed was the cable. So at least I'll be able to use the cable for both of these mixers, and with this kind of stuff I do, like it'll come in handy. So ultimately, just gonna go ahead and take the L part of it, double check. Like I said, again, I'm telling myself that, also reminding you guys, double check before you leave the house, especially if you're out of town. It's all good though. So yeah, long story short, about to cop it. Another thing I want to tap into while I'm still here and just got time to talk, because the gig isn't until, I think load in is at 5 or so, so I still got like 30 minutes. But just a good point that I kind of had a lot of time to waste, like coming up, so I could have, you know what I'm saying, just like BS'd around kind of. But luckily, being on time, being prompt, being early allowed you wiggle room for a situation like this to happen, to where like you can look around and be like, dang, did I get everything? Because, you know what I'm saying, I could have dropped the ball easily and like noticed it too late, got to the venue, would have been rushing, whatever, and would have been like, nah, I don't have a cable. And that's a very important part of this show, seeing that, you know what I'm saying, I'm playing with a DJ, playing the tracks, and there is a delay playing with a wedge, especially in those situations. So just don't want to avoid that. And luckily, like I said, we got everything situated. So just, I guess, bringing that point home some more, just bringing a little life lesson into the day in the life kind of thing, to where I keep it raw and uncut with you guys and just keep it real. So hope you guys are enjoying it. I think the next time I tap in, I'm going to be at the venue. I may stop and get some food first. I don't know yet. But yeah, that's going to be the move. Yo guys, back in the car. Just left Guitar Center, and I know I said I was gonna check in at the venue, but I got like another 30 minutes to waste. So just gonna kick something real quick that I just thought about, was kind of crazy. So the whole situation of me forgetting the power cable was just like, yeah, it sucks. However, running into the Guitar Center, I ended up seeing the homie Tyler Button. I'll link right here. Bruh, super dope drummer. I didn't even know he was in the Nashville area, but just saying how small the world is and how stuff works out. Me and him are mutuals via Jared. Jared was just playing a conference up in Cincinnati with Tyler. I think it was 2 weeks ago when I had to fill in for the first gig that was earlier in the video. And so the second gig I'm filling in for, what are the odds that I forget my power cable, have to come up to Guitar Center, the one he actually works at, I didn't know, and we chopped it up and like just, you know what I'm saying, network through that, which is, like I said, everything happens for a reason, even though it's crazy to think like it's something small as a power cable and sucks and it's inconvenient. However, all of that, you know what I'm saying, can end up working out in some kind of way. So I just try to see the good in everything, no matter how annoying or whatever it could be. But that's my little spiel, no kind of just babbling, all that good stuff. But thought I would, you know what I'm saying, mention that real quick. And yeah, so I got like another 20 or so minutes to waste until everybody pulls up to the venue. But I'm about to go ahead and drive over there anyway and just go ahead and get settled in. And I will see you guys once we get to the spot for real this time. All right.
Yo, all right, YouTube. So we pull up to the venue, and we actually had to wait pretty late on the sound man to come in. So we all was just in the parking lot chilling. But you can see the kit was already assembled. I just brought kick, snare, hat, and my SPDX, and so pretty just plug and play. But once we got everything lined up, like I said, we were running a little behind because of the sound tech, but it's all good. So you see my dog YGTUT as we're about to go through sound check, and I go through my levels with the pad really quick with the sound man. We jump into sound check a little bit, and then we pretty much just chill out until the show starts. So going to show a few clips from people that went on before us, and then it shows show clips, and then we'll wrap it up from there. So let's go ahead and jump on in. All right, YouTube, this is actually my last check-in before I show footage from the show, but as you can see, we were just chilling out before the show started. And one thing I did forget to mention was they told me last minute that a band went on before us that would need drums as well, so we were having to swap out fairly quickly. So I pretty much sound checked, then I had to break all my stuff down to let bro set up his stuff so they could sound check, and then of course lead their stuff up because they were going on first. So shout out to them. They had a very dope set. I think the artist name was Too Live, if I'm not mistaken, artist from Nashville. So yeah, they had a pretty dope set, but like I said, the turnaround did have to be fairly quick because as soon as they got done playing, I did have to run and grab all my gear and set it back up. So that was just a quick check-in of how that went, but without further ado, let's finally dive into some show footage, and I will see you guys after the fact.
It's a motherfucking party. What we at now? Gonna make them dance to this shit. Hey. Y'all get that? That was that Michael Jackson. Okay. Smile.
All right, YouTube, that's gonna wrap it up for your boy BJ, man. It has been a journey. Shout out once again to my boy Jared for trusting me to fill in for this gig. Shout out to the homie YGTUT, super dope artist representing the hometown of Chattanooga. Shout out to Dakari on bass. Shout out to Ryan for MDing and just being able to fire off the tracks in Jared's place. And yeah, man, just shout out to everybody. Shout out to Shuey, his DJ / manager. Man, everybody was super welcoming for allowing me to fill in, and we got the shows done. So just a heads up, in the next clips, man, your boy did look a little defeated, but it's only because like we were fighting like sound the entirety of the show. I didn't really put those clips in there, but you kind of tell that I'm kind of talking to them about like we weren't really able to hear really too well. So it's all good. Like, it had moments, but it is what it is. So people came up to me and just dapped me up after the show, and that kind of alleviated that stress. But you know how it can be as a musician. Sometimes you're just in your head too much, and it can kind of just, you know what I mean, you don't want it to wear on you too bad. It is one show, but at the end of the day, you do want to give your all and just give a great performance every time you step out. So that's more so where I was coming from. So I don't want you guys to think I'm like too down on myself in this next clip as I'm doing the outro. But once again, like I said, super dope vibes. More content is coming soon. Thank you guys so much for showing love and support. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs. We're at 1.3, but it's your boy BJ signing off. Love you guys.
Yo, YouTube, we are done with the show. About to go get some food. Show it went cool. It wasn't the best, but also wasn't the worst. I'm gonna go back over the footage and watch it, but just gonna get some food in my system, not think too hard about it, and just keep moving forward. That's all you can really do. But yeah, I just thought I'll give you guys like a post-show update as I'm about to go into this spot to get some wings. I've been craving wings all day, so like I said, try not to sound defeated or nothing like that, but like I said, just live on, play another gig, and you know what I'm saying, we'll get better, we'll get tightened in and locked up and all that stuff. And like I said, I was just trying to make sure I held it down for my boy Jared. So gonna get this food and get back on this road, because I gotta be in Nashville in the morning. It's gonna be a long day, so yeah.